Hey there everyone, back again with another video, and in this video we're gonna see the coding part of the Socket.io. We have already made a video on overview of Socket.io, and in this video we're gonna start coding in this. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's just dive right into the coding. So I have already created a folder, and inside that folder I have initiated my npm project. In my video I have shown how we can initiate the node application. So npm init-y will initiate your package.json in the application. Okay, so you can find that we have a package.json. It is the metadata container of the application. Okay, so now let's just install the express. So npm install express. Okay, so it will install our express dependency. Let it install. So while it's installing, let us create a index.js file. Okay, and in this we will write the whole code. You can see that I think express installed. So let's start with the coding part of the index.js. First we will create the APIs. So const express is equal to require express, and after that we will just create const app is equal to express. Okay, we will also have to use http, so we will include that too. Require http, and with the help of this http we will create this server. Server is equal to http dot create server app, and then app dot get just a demo API. We will just say that rest dot not resize by rest dot json message, and then hello world. Okay, we will have to pass the request comma response, and after that we will say that server dot listen, and we will give the port as 3000, and then we will just give a callback, and we say console dot log server running at 3000. Yeah. Okay, and we have to install one more dependency, that is the dev dependency, that is the nodemon npm i-d nodemon. So it will be a dev dependency that will allow our server to rerun every time we save our code. Come on. While it's installing, let's go to the script part of the package.json and give our personal scripts. Nodemon index.js. Okay, so it's installing. Okay, so we have installed the nodemon also. Now let's just run the code. So npm run start nodemon index.js, and we will find the code. Come on. Yeah, server running at 3000. Now if we come to at this point, we can see that there is no console. Okay, and if we go to our 3000 port, so you can see that we have our message that we have sent. Now what we have to do, we have to just listen to the index page, because we have to create a UI also for our message. So we will say that app.get and we will just remove this part, and we will create a res dot send file. Basically this will listen to your index.js dir plus this slash index.html. Okay, but we don't have an index.html, so we will create it, index.html. Okay, and in this what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just paste a simple code, okay, that will have a input box and other stuff. So let me just copy and paste it. So we have pasted the code of our HTML part. Okay, you can see that it has some CSS in the some form and UL, sorry. Okay, and let's just save it and see what happens. Okay, let's go to our this page and just rerun it. Okay, so you can see that we have a page where we have some input part and we have a send button. Okay, we also have a send button. Okay, and it's working. Basically you can see that in the code we have a form field and we have a input and other stuffs. Okay, let's come back to our index.js. We will work on this later, but now what we have to do, we have to install in the node, we have to install socket.io package. So we will just come here and we will type npm install socket.io. Okay, and it will install a dependency. While it is installing, what we will do, okay, it has installed. We have to include this socket.io in our application. Okay, so what we will do, we will just at this point we will include const and we will say server is equal to require socket.io. Okay, and we will just wrap this whole thing in curly braces, and now we will say that const, we will use this server for our real-time communication. We will give it a name like io and we will say new server, which will be associated with our server that we have started. We have this server. Okay, after our server has started, what we'll do, we will check io dot on and it have a word connection, and inside this we will have a socket. Okay, and we will just say that console.log a user connected. Basically this function will always run when your site has been visited. Okay, when a user connects to your server, you will get a message that a user is connected. Let me save it. Okay, we don't receive any message here, but let's come to this point. Okay, let me do it something like this, and let's just remove this part and rerun it. Okay, we haven't received any message yet. Why is that? We can just check. Okay, we haven't received this because we have not included our socket.io in our HTML part. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to go to our index.html, and what we will do, inside this body part, okay, we will just we will just have to include the socket.io. So what we will do, we will say that script, we will have to create a script that will have a src, and we will just call a predefined package inside every browser. Okay, and now we will just say that script, and we will say that var script socket is equal to IO. Okay, let's just save it. Okay, we don't have any user connected yet, but if we rerun it, you can see that a user is connected. Okay, let me open another instance of this page. You can see that another user is connected. Let me open another. You can see that every time we connect, our user connects to a page, we always get a console. Okay, now let's come to this point and let us write a logic for if a user disconnects. Okay, if a user disconnects, this socket callback will help us to know whether a user is disconnected or not. So socket dot on disconnect. Okay, and we will say that console dot log a user disconnected. Let us save it. Okay, we can find that we already have 3 users disconnected, but the point I close this, you can see that a user disconnected. Let me close this tab also. We can find that a user disconnected. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to directly use the input from our user. We will go to index.html page, and inside this script, what we will do, we will use the, what you can say, form. We can use this form. Okay, so we will create a variable form. We will create a variable form, and we will say that document dot get element by id form. Okay, in the same way we will call the input document dot get element by id input. Basically, you can see that we have the id in the form and the input tag. Now we will do that form dot add event listener. We will listen to the form, and we'll say that if we have a submit in the form, then we will say that e dot prevent default. This will stop your application from reloading, and we will check if input dot value. Basically, it will just check whether you have given a value or not. And we will just say socket dot emit. Chat message comma input. Emit will check in your server this chat message room. This chat message room will be found in your node server. Okay, and in this node server it will just emit this message, the message that you have inputted. Okay, it means that every user that is connected to your server will receive this input dot value. Okay, but we haven't added any of the logic in our index.js part so that this message will be emitted. because we have created a room in our index.html that is chat message, but in our index.js there is no chat message. Okay, so what we will do, we will just go at this point and we will create a room like this: socket dot on chat message, and in this we will say that we are getting a message, and we will just try to console it. Console.log message, please ignore the typo. Okay, so we can see that we have a message here, chat message. Let's we whether the name are same or not. Chat message, yes, the names are same. Okay, now let us type a message, hello, and the point I enter this, we got a user disconnect. Let me type it once again. Okay, you can see that message hi. I don't know what that happened. Let me type hello world. Okay, so you can see that every message that I am typing is being received by this console. Now what we want to do, we want to emit every message in our console to every user that is connected. Okay, so what we will do now, we will come to the index.html part, and we will, after this form part, we will say that we will say socket dot on in chat message. After we have a chat message, we will say that msg, okay, where item is equal to document dot create element. Okay, and we will create a li for our message to be displayed. So item dot text content is equal to message. Okay, and we will just say that messages dot append child, and inside it we will say the item. Okay, so what is this messages? Okay, we will have to create a messages part. Messages is equal to document dot get element by id messages. Okay, and now we have to just create this messages part. We already have these messages here. Okay, and after we have typed the message, we have to scroll down. So we will type window dot scroll to 0, document dot body dot scroll height. Okay, we have done this. Okay, now we have what we have to do, we have to go to the index.js part, and we have to emit every message that we are receiving here. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to say io dot emit chat message, and inside there we will say that message. Okay, so this will let us to send message to every user in the server. Okay, we have a user connected. hi. We can see that we have a hi message here. Let us open the another user. Okay, we have a user connected here. So let us type hi to. We have a hi to. Let's see whether we get hi to. Yes, we got a hi to here. Okay, let me type something here. Hi 3. We got hi 3 here, and we got hi 3 here also. Okay, so in this way we can create a real-time application. Basically, you can add authentication, you can add users also, so that they can communicate with their names, because this was just an overview, but you can add each and every other thing for them. Okay, like you can add names authentication. Okay, in this it depends just on you how you can do it. If you want to use React or any other technology for this part, because I was just using a simple HTML, you can use React, Vue, Angular, anything else. For that you can find the dependency in the npm repository. You can just use them and include the socket part in your application. And if you have any question regarding this, you can just comment me down and I will definitely get back to you on that. You can find the code of this socket.io chat app in the description below. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.